Hi everybody. I'm going to read to you a story that I've been working on, another one. This one is called The Forever Hug. I thought it was a good one that we could pick with Mother's Day coming up on the weekend. So it's called The Forever Hug. Gavin loved his mother, and his mother loved him more than anything. Every night when they said goodnight, Gavin wrapped his arms around his mother's neck. She hugged him back just as tight as she could. They both wished these hugs could last forever. One night, as Gavin and his mother hugged and made their wishes, the clouds suddenly moved to cover the moon, and the stars blinked twice. Gavin looked at his mom, and his mom looked back at him. They both said, at the very same time, "Okay, let go." But Gavin didn't let go. He couldn't let go. His mother didn't let go. She couldn't let go. They looked at each other and said, "Ah!" "Well, I guess I'll sleep here tonight," said Gavin's mother. She climbed up into his bunk bed and they fell asleep. When morning arrived, Gavin and his mother were still hugging. "Mom, I have to go to school," Gavin said. "Gavin, I have to go to work," his mom said. "What are we going to do?" they both said. "Well, school is very important, so I'll have to take a day off work." Gavin and his mother helped each other get ready. Then Gavin swung around to do a backwards hug so that his mom could piggyback him to school. She was very sweaty when they got there, but Gavin still couldn't slide off her slippery neck. They squeezed into the grade 1 desk in Gavin's grade 1 classroom. The teacher asked a lot of hard questions, but Gavin could answer everything. The only problem was he couldn't raise his hand. At lunch, Gavin and his mom learned how to eat like dogs. At recess, Gavin's mom had to pretend to be the evil monster. It was a tiring day, and that night Gavin and his mother did not wish that their hug would last forever. They climbed up onto Gavin's bunk bed for another night. In the morning, Gavin and his mom were still hugging. "Gavin, I have to go to work." "Mom, I have to go to school." "What are we going to do?" they asked each other. "Well, work is very important, so you'll have to take a day off school," Gavin's mom told him. Gavin and his mom helped each other get ready. They squeezed into the car, buckled up, and headed off to work. Gavin's mom tried to look suitably serious during her very important meeting. There was one minor mishap with the copy machine. Gavin grew tired of the smell of coffee and mints. It was a tiring day, and that night they just wanted to go to bed by themselves, in their very own beds. Gavin still loved his mother, and she still loved him more than anything, but they were tired of hugging. As they squeezed the bedtime hug tight, they wished that it would not last forever. At that very moment, a tree branch knocked on the window, and the stars spun in circles. Gavin looked at his mom, and his mom looked back at him. They both let go at the very same time and yelled, "Hooray!" With a huge sigh of relief, Gavin settled into his bed, and his mom went into hers. They both had a very relaxing night by themselves. And everything was great until Gavin and his dad wished that they could cuddle forever. The end. Because this was about hugging, and because Mother's Day is coming up, and we're not at school to make a cool Mother's Day craft, here's one idea that you could do. You can trace your hands on paper. You can decorate them any way you want. And then you need to get either paper strips, like this, and glue them or tape them together, or you can get a piece of string, like this. You're going to measure your hug from one hand to the other and attach that to your hands. And then your mom or a special person in your life can keep that and remember how big your hug was when you were in kindergarten in 2020. And that can be kept forever. So have a great Friday, everybody, and a great Mother's Day.